What's good, you guys? It's your boy the Urban Archer coming at you guys with another video. So check it out, guys. Y'all see what y'all looking at. The prime hybrid, CENTERGY hybrid, y'all. And yes, this is the 2017 model, but the MSRP for this boat is $1,100, and I got it for a absolute positive steal. So I just wanted to show you guys this bow real quick. I'm about to set this bow up, all right, and it's about to get real in here, and I'm about to play my music, and I like to just play my music and zone out when I'm setting up my bows and get my stuff together. So I really don't want to really record while I'm doing it, but I wanted y'all to see this beautiful specimen of a bow before I started to work on it and everything. Also, let me show you guys the accessories that I'm gonna put on this bow as well. All right, I'm gonna be putting the CBE Tactic microsite. Okay, it is a beautiful hunting sight. It's extremely rugged. It's got micro adjustments on both sides. It comes with the LED light and everything inside of it, and it is a, as y'all can see, 5-pin. So highly recommend it. This thing is like really highly adjustable. It kind of almost reminds me of the other sight that I have, but not quite as far of a range on that thing as my other sight has. My other sight on my Diamond SB1 shoots out to 100 yards. That particular sight only can depending on how I set the pins. I mean, it all depends on how I set the pins, but you know, that's a good sight. I'm also gonna put the Convert Apex Gear drop away rest on there. It's cable driven rest, and this also was highly recommended by a gentleman that I was talking to in the shop. That from talking to him, he knows his stuff when it comes to archery and everything. One thing I really did like about this thing, I noticed when I was picking it up, you guys see that little orange insert right there in that little V where my arrow goes at? If you look on the side, you can actually change that out to different colors. So whatever color, you know, scheme that you want to go with for your bow, you can change that thing out. So if you're a female and you like pink or black, if you want to just go straight blacked out, just like tactical style or whatever, or red or whatever the case may be, I'm probably going to end up going with green because I got green accents for this bow. So the bow's going to be black and green. But it's just something really cool that I noticed, just having a variety of, you know, colors that you can put on this thing. It just helps you just outfit it just a little bit more better, make it a little bit more unique and make it more yours, which I am always down for. I'm one of the type of people that I don't like to leave things alone. When I get it, I like to mess with it and make it as unique as I can, as much mine as I can. I don't like to have what everybody else has or have it exactly the way that everybody else has it. So that's just basically the easiest way for me to say it. I am going with a lot of CBE stuff on this particular bow. I looked at CBE online. CBE is a pretty reputable company, and so I'm gonna try the CBE stuff on this bow. All the other stuff that I tried on my SB1 is all bone collector stuff. The CBE stuff is a little bit more expensive, so I'm gonna try it the CBE. What I also decided to go this time is I'm gonna go with a front and rear spoiler on this thing. I feel like this bow is a whole lot more of a more expensive bow than my Diamond SB1, and I mean, the way they set this bow up, the handle of this bow is directly in the middle of this bow. So the balance of this bow is incredibly on point as it is. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to just make it 100% perfect by putting on the front and rear stabilizer. The great thing about it is I probably won't have to use as many weights on it as I did on my SB1 to get this thing to balance out, because like I said, that's why they call it the CENTERGY, because the handle of this prime bow is directly in the center of this bow, and so the balance is like great. You know what I'm saying? Let me just tell you a couple things about this bow real quick. First of all, this bow is set at 29.5 inches. It is set at 60 pounds. Those are the cams that I have on there. If you notice, the top cam is bigger than the bottom cam because of the way that they have the handle set in the middle of the bow. They wanted to have level knock travel, so what they did was they created a smaller cam on the bottom than they did on the top. Another huge thing about this bow, if you guys look right here on this bow, it is a dual cam bow. You have two cams on this bow. You have a cam here and you have a cam here. It's basically two cams sandwiched together, and they roll simultaneously with each other when you're drawing back this bow. And what that does is that creates a couple things. That creates a scenario where the bow draw is extremely smooth. The cycle is like butter. It also creates a situation where you have absolutely no cam lean. It just eliminates cam lean altogether. The cam cannot lean with a solid limb and two cams side by side like that. And it also it just allows you to have two cam strings driven into your actual bowstring itself, which just creates a scenario of just perfect balance. This freaking bow is a tack driver. This thing is a that SB1 is accurate, but this bow I really feel like it's gonna smoke that SB1 as far as accuracy is concerned. And I'm already dumb accurate, so I just can't wait to see what I can shoot like once I get this bow. I might have to take this target thing away from some of these boys out here once I get this thing set up and tuned in all the way right, y'all, because I mean, the way I was shooting with that SB1, and that's just like an entry-level $300-400 bow. This is an $1,100 bow right here, y'all. And I'm not saying that you have to have an $1,100 bow to be able to shoot to a certain extent, but what I am saying is put an $1,100 bow in the hands of a guy who can hit a dime at 20 no problem with a $300 bow and see what he can do. That's all I'm trying to say. So I'm gonna put the CBE hunting stabilizer kit with the a little adapter on the front, so you can actually have both the front and rear stabilizer running off the front mount. And this is pretty heavy kit, y'all, so I don't think I'm gonna have to add anything to it. And the last thing I'm gonna put on there, just to, you know, keep up with the green color scheme, and also have a way to make sure, because this is a very tall bow. I think it's like 35 inches axle to axle. So I got a green wrist strap. So just in case, you know, I'm loose holding this thing. And I mean, I've shot this bow already. Before I brought this bow months ago, I had shot it. This bow is like dead in your hand. It does not jump forward. It does not move. It basically is like the most still, relaxed, dead shot that I've ever shot, and that's what made me fall in love with it. And so I don't really think I'm really ever gonna need this thing right here. But just in case, maybe I'm up in a tree stand or something like that, accidents do happen, and it is a good idea to have a wrist strap on your bow, so just in case you do slip, you know, things happen. The bow might slip out your hand one day, and you'll be happy to have this around your wrist to catch an $1,100 bow from falling 20 feet to the ground. So, you know, I'm gonna throw that on there. But I just wanted to show you guys what I was getting ready to do, and I want y'all guys to see my new bow. That SB1, I'm gonna be putting it in the hands of my lady, and hopefully by me putting it in her hands, it's gonna motivate her to shoot a little bit more, because she's gonna have a bow that doesn't have any issues. The other bow that she had, she's just been having some issues with the fit of the string and all the different stuff like that. So it's just it's a little bit discouraging, in which I can understand. So once she gets that SB1 in her hands, after all the stuff that I've done to that, and it's got brand new strings on it and everything, so she should be able to shoot as much as she wants at that point. So I'm gonna leave, I decided to leave all the stuff that I put on the SB1 on the SB1. Probably the only thing that I'm gonna change off of that SB1 bow is the front weights, because her arm is just not as strong as mine, and that bow is kind of heavy. This is a really light bow right here. But other than that, I'm gonna leave all the stuff that I put on there, and she's even got a sight on that bow that can shoot out to 100 yards, which is even further than what this bow is gonna be able to shoot. So maybe one day I might end up switching that up too. But for right now, I'm gonna set this bow with stuff that I showed you guys and everything, and I'm gonna get cracking on that. And this is just the next leg on what I'm doing to take what I'm doing a little bit more seriously. I started off with the SB1. I shot my first turkey with the SB1. There's nothing wrong with the entry-level bow at $300-400. But what I will say is this. If you have the option to step up in any kind of way to help improve your accuracy, your effectiveness, or whatever, deer season's getting ready to come. And so for me, it was just a great choice for me to just take advantage of a great deal that was being presented to me for this particular bow, because I know once I get this bow set up and I get this thing dialed in all the way, I'm gonna be a freaking assassin from a tree stand with this thing. So I'm not even worried about the fact that, you know, it's an investment. It's an investment. And just like anything else, you know, some people buy $300 pairs of sneakers. Some people spend $20,000 or $30,000 on a car and rim it up and do all kind of crazy stuff. Right now, you know what I'm saying, I had to spend a little bit of money on a bow, but this Prime is going to produce so much great content for me. It's going to help me get my foot in the door for a lot of other stuff that I'm going to try to do in the future. And so this was an investment into my future, and the stuff that I chose to put on it is also an investment into my future. And it, you know, just like anything else that you do when you're passionate about it, you end up collecting anyway. So this will be like the third bow that I possess. She does have her own bow right now, but we're probably going to end up giving that bow to one of the kids and buying her an actual brand new bow. I do want to keep my SB1, so I'm not giving it up all the way, but I will let her get the SB1 so she can start getting some reps in and start working on it and getting herself together, so that when she decides what bow she wants, I'm gonna go in there and purchase whatever bow that she wants and give her the bow that she wants, so she has absolutely the setup that she needs and wants for her situation. And we'll probably either give the SB1 to my son or keep that SB1 for myself and give him another bow that he might choose or whatever. But that will make the SB1 for me, the Prime for me, and the Bear Whitetail 2, which I got on loan out to somebody right now who is also interested in archery. So basically, this is what's going on, guys. I'm about to get it in on this bow real quick. I'm about to throw this music on, tune out, and get cracking on this bow. You guys need to be focusing on whatever it is that you're passionate about. Focus on it. Push forward on it. Keep driving on it. This is Urban Archer saying, keep plugging away. Urban Archer signing out.